Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly. Still upstairs. We've got hopefully a month and then I'll be back down. We're still working on it. Maybe less. Maybe we'll be able to relocate sooner than later. Anyway, I appreciate you guys' comments and your well wishes for the speedy recovery and all that kind of stuff that you guys have thrown my way. It means a lot to me. All in all, I'm doing well, just in case you guys are curious. Let's get that out of the way. Now, hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly, and if you're new here, I appreciate you guys stopping by. I hope that you decide to stick around because I'm a lady of a certain age and I might be just like you. I'm not a monetized channel, so you get my free, unfiltered comments. Sometimes I do reviews or first impressions and I almost feel like I'm trying to justify my purchase of something, and the reality is I am giving you my honest first impressions. I have one of those faces that sometimes it gets misinterpreted, but for the most part you see every emotion that goes across my face. And if something's meh, then I tell you, right? If it's not, wow, that's actually really interesting. And if you disagree, if there are products that I'm kind of like lukewarm on or I don't really care for and you actually do like them, great. I did have a lot of salty food yesterday, so I'm feeling a little puffy. I just got done eating. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm in natural daylight. I live in the Pacific Northwest. I've got partially cloudy skies, partially sunny skies, and I'm getting ready to go somewhere with my husband's band, and it's gonna be one of those shows that's like 3 to 5, so it's not getting dark yet until about 5:30 here, maybe a little bit later. And so it's gonna be natural daylight, but we're gonna be indoors. So it's kind of a weird thing. I don't wanna be too overly done, like nighttime makeup, but I thought, let's just do a face full of stuff. One of the things that I'm most interested in is kind of revisiting some of the products that I've recently done first impressions on. And one of the things that I'm finding that I kind of want some YouTubers to do is go back and play with that same makeup again. It doesn't always have to be the new. So I'm gonna try to make a concerted effort to do that because it's something that I'm looking for when I look at other people's channels. Maybe that's something that interests you too. We get a lot of, you know, you use it one time and then we never see it again. What does that mean? Does that mean they didn't like it? Does that mean that it, you know, for me, it's not necessarily that I didn't like it so much as I got new stuff in, so I'm filming with the newer stuff as opposed to the daily stuff. So today is kind of like a get ready with me. I'm just a regular day. It just so happens to be a weekend when my husband's band is playing. Okay, so ignore the packaging for this. The bottle is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Charlotte Tilbury. However, I've refilled this with the About Face primer and setting spray. So I'm gonna use this as a primer and then again as a setting spray. And I put it in this bottle because this mister is so much nicer than the one that came with About Face. I figured it would be good to kind of check the formula a little bit without giving up on the shower that I was getting from that, the nozzle on the other product. Okay, I'm gonna use the Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation. This is SPF 15. A little bit shinier than maybe I would normally go for, so I don't use this all that often, but I think it's actually a pretty good color. Yeah, it's a pretty good shade. And it's light enough that it's not gonna appear cakey or heavy on the skin. Out in my, we're not gonna call it low light, but we're gonna call it like a little bit more of a natural light. The place that we're going, it's a winery. We play a lot of wineries. The lighting is not stark white. It's a little bit more of a softer lighting, which is infinitely more flattering. So while we're talking about my husband's band stuff, if you're new here, it's not all I talk about. I talk about it quite a bit because it's a huge part of our lives right now. And you guys can follow him on Facebook. Whiskey Trail is the name of it, but there's no E in whiskey. It's like the original spelling of it. They do a lot of classic rock. My husband's the lead singer, is the guy in the kilt. Do you guys ever see the pictures or if you guys are following it? And when they play, I try to post a few songs. I think it helps that when people see them in live, you know, action as opposed to in a more controlled environment. Sometimes it's hard to hear because of the people talking and laughing and stuff in the background, which is good because we want people to have a good time, but it's not great for recordings. So apologies for that in advance if you go check them out. We are well on our way to booking 100 gigs and 100 shows in 2023. It's crazy. The band has only been together for a little over a year, and within the first year they won our local newspaper is called the Wenatchee World, and they won the Wenatchee World Best of Band Musician category last year. After they'd only been together for, well, when it was announced, they would have been together about 7 months. But when the nominations and the voting took place, they had only been together for 4 or 5 months. So it's kind of exciting. I'll be real curious to see how it goes. We're getting ready to do the nominations, and it's one of those things where people can, they nominate and then they take the top 5 and then people vote on that, and you can vote once every day. So I might be revisiting this conversation anyway. We are already getting requests for 2024. It's crazy. I'm super excited about them. I do all their social media and their marketing and their websites and their videography and their filmography and photography and all the other fees, I guess. So anyway, that's what's going on with that. Like I said, ankle's doing really well. I'm hoping that by the end of March, I'll be able to travel a little bit again. And I do have some video from travels over the last year that I need to probably just sit down and edit. I've been toying, one of my reasons for procrastinating on that is I've been toying with the idea of starting a separate channel that's just travel. When I originally started this channel, it was pre-COVID, and my plan was to do a little bit more of a lifestyle channel where it was going to be some travel, some tips and tricks, some travel related products, some beauty, some fashion, some just crazy life, hence the name Tsunami. That's not my real last name, in case you guys are curious. It didn't work out that way because of COVID. I found myself kind of really going more towards just the makeup and beauty space, and as I was doing that, I was finding more and more YouTubers that I enjoyed were stopping, not doing as many application videos. Some of them got super into like the unboxings, and I did that for a while. I did some unboxings for some of the subscription services, but I've since gotten rid of all those. I mean, the sheer amount of shit that I have right now, I don't need any more monthly subscriptions. And I don't know that you guys really enjoyed it as much. I don't know that you guys were inspired to do subscriptions because you guys have a lot of crap too. That was my Benefit brow product. Eventually I'll get through that. I really like the one that I had from Hourglass. I think once I finish this one, I might switch back to the Hourglass. Okay, skin's looking relatively prepped. I'm doing pretty good. I'm gonna go back into this Uoma bronzer stick. When I first used this, I realized that it was such a soft product that a little goes a long way. So I'm just dabbing this on with the lightest touch that I can manage, because, and that's already gonna be too much. I just know it. I'm gonna try a sponge this time and see how that, how it distributes that way. I found that when I did the brush, man, it was, I had travel all over. Let's just see what this looks like. Still really loving cream products. Oh, see, that's almost too light. That looks so much more natural than when I used it with a brush. Wow, I'm so glad I tried this technique and went back and visited this product, because the first time I used this, I was like, oh no, there's too much here. And I had never tried the brand before. Didn't really know much about it other than I knew that, you know, you could get it at, I think I got all the stuff I have from Ulta, but I think you can get a lot of the products, or some of the products, at Walmart maybe. My local Walmart isn't that fancy. So much so that I rarely go in there. Okay, again, sorry for the natural light. It's sometimes hard to control that. Some of you guys, I think, really enjoy it, but it's just its own entity, right? Sometimes it looks pretty good, sometimes not so much. Okay, that, so much better than the first time I tried it. I picked up 2 of these About Face blushes. This is the pink one. I think I used it a little bit the first time I got it, but I haven't used it since. I really like the coral colored one. This one's my favorite. But the eyeshadow I want to do today is going to be a little bit more in the cool tone, so I thought the cooler blush would be good. I do have a Merit like kabuki brush. If you guys haven't checked out any of my videos on Merit, please do. And it's just, I didn't mean to plug this. This just happens to be here, and it's a great little brush. I think they run about 30 bucks though. They're kind of expensive. If you compare them to other like store brands, maybe not so much. Okay, blush is looking not too bad. Bronzer contour-ish is kind of looking pretty good. I'm a little shiny right now. I think I need a little powder, but we'll come back to that. All right, I'm gonna just throw on a lip liner really fast. This is one from Natasha Denona, and I need to sharpen it, apparently. Note to self, sharpen the pencil. All right, this particular one is Lona, I think. But it's a really light, cool toned nude. The formula is very creamy with the Natasha Denona lip liners, at least the ones that are in Like the I Need a Nude, the I Need a Rose. I haven't tried the I Need a Rouge yet because I don't wear a lot of red lipstick. But anyway, these are a very creamy formula. I like them better than the white pencil sticks, the old, like the wooden ones. I didn't care for those too much. I picked up a kit of Jaclyn Cosmetics. I feel like it's been a little bit since I've used anything Jaclyn, but they had this trio of lip products, and I thought, you know what? Let's take a look at what we have here. So it says that it is a Jaclyn Cosmetics Sweet Glaze Lip Lacquer Kit, and there's 3 shades in it. So let's take a look. I think this is the darkest one. So, oh, kind of a glossy type material. Pretty, kind of a little bit of a warmer brown shade. That might work. Then we've got what looks to be a nude. Okay. Definitely a little bit more of a warm toned nude, I would call it. And then there's this one, which looks like might be kind of like a pinky coral. Let's try. Definitely a pink. Definitely a lighter pink on that one. I might have to mix and match a couple of these. Which one do I want to use? I'm gonna take this lighter pink and put it in the center for now. It's very mod to me to have this color, this light color. However, it smells good. It smells a little bit like that whole vanilla cupcake thing, you know? But if I use it in the center of my lips, then I definitely get a little bit more of a fuller round look. Which I'm a big fan of as a lady of a certain age who's fighting gravity and age and everything else. And I'm just gonna use this on the outer side. We'll kind of blend it in here a little bit. Yeah, I like this. Those are pretty, I like that. All right, I'm not anti-Jaclyn, in case anybody's curious. Yeah, this trio is cute. It says $49 Canadian, $39 US. I can't remember when I got it. I think I might have gotten it from the Morphe's website, and it might have even been on sale. So if you guys were interested in some new lip products, if you're not doing the matte, you know, lip right now, and you're not doing a liquid lip and not doing, I don't know, just want something different, this is a different formula. This is not what I was expecting, but I actually really like it. Okay, you guys, I am getting into this Adept Cosmetics Amunet palette. I bought 2 of these at the same time. So I bought the Heather Austin one, and then I bought the Amunet one. And I bought it because I thought they were, you know, good everyday wearable shades. And then I got into it and I started reading the labels on them. And the shades are Osiris, Horus, Seth, Ta, Re, Hathor, Anubis, Thoth, Anhur, Serket, Nephthys, and Imhotep. Those are all ancient Egyptian names, and I'm so thrilled because this is a very little known fact. I studied ancient Egyptian history in college for a long time. It was like, I loved it. I was absolutely obsessed with it. In fact, I have a scarab tattooed on my back. So if you guys are ever looking for some extra Shelley trivia, you want a, you know, little known fact, there you go. My love affair of ancient Egyptian history is It's a very real thing. All right, so because of this, and because of where we're going today, I'm actually gonna do, I think, a little bit of a cooler tone, I think I mentioned that earlier, cooler tone combination of eyeshadows. So, I didn't do an eyeshadow primer, but as far as I can recall, this formula actually doesn't require it. So I'm gonna start with this shade called Horus, which is like a charcoal gray. And I've got a rougher 01. I should have known. It's like my hand automatically goes to the rougher 01 because I love this brush so much. If there's ever a rougher brush, I'm not sponsored, right? I'm not sponsored by any of these products. If there's ever a rougher brush that I would 100% hands down recommend repurchase, it's the 01. So I'll try to remember to link my other video with the Heather Austin palette. If there are other ones from Adept that are available that you guys want me to pick up, maybe ones that you picked up already or that you think I would enjoy, let me know because I've been really, really impressed with these guys. I think the mattes are completely usable. They don't get patchy. There's some other brands out there that have crappy mattes, but these guys seem to have pretty good mattes. And I think I really like their shimmers. I think they're can be very multi-dimensional. I know not everybody loves a cool tone look, and then not everybody loves a warm look. So I kind of like cool tone looks with my brown eyes, but they sometimes can feel a little attention grabbing, and that's, I don't always try to grab attention, you know? Okay, I'm gonna take this color right here called Seth, or Set. It's probably Set. In fact, I know, it's called Set, it's not called Seth. And I'm just gonna use that to kind of just buff in that gray a little bit. I don't want it to be too much of a start and stop there. Wow, just a little bit of gray eyeshadow. All of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I want to go into a shimmer first, and then I'm going to come back with another matte, darker shade here. And I've got this one called Osiris right here. I love that. But then I also love this one and this one and this one and this one. I think I wore copper colored eyeshadow yesterday. I wore green, I think a little bit before that. Okay, I'm gonna swatch these two. Okay, this is like a true multi-chrome. This is going from purple to kind of a gray color. Let's just see what this looks like here. So we'll just swatch that. Oh my gosh, that's like a beautiful purpley color. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Let's try Osiris. And that's a dark, almost like an olive green undertone to it. I'm gonna take this one next to it called, this other lighter green. Oh, pretty. A little bit more of a thinner and glittery formula. And I'm gonna take, let's try Anubis. Try Anubis down here. Okay, so that's very similar to, these two look very similar, don't they? Interesting. I think I'm gonna go with Ray. I think I'm gonna use this one right here, which is the first one that I tried, or the first swatch that I did. And I'm just gonna take that all over my movable lid. I love me a monochromatic smoky eye look. Oh my gosh. That was so easy, you guys. Just a little matte in the crease, kind of blended out above, and this, like a shimmer like this all over the eye. Wow. I ran into this with the Heather Austin palette too. I just wanted to use it every single day. So yeah, you guys let me know if there's another Adept Cosmetics palette I should be looking at that has this kind of ease and wow factor. Big fan. Yeah, that's really pretty. I like that it's light enough. I mean, it's still in that kind of gray family, but it's light enough that I am not feeling overwhelmed by my eyeshadow for daytime. I feel like I need to take a little bit of one of these lighter colors. So that one looks like it's a light blue, very pearlescent. This is almost like a crystal white. And then we have a warmer, like this tan right here too, but I think I want that light color. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this, I think it's Serket, and I'm just gonna put a little setting spray on it here. My ancient Egyptian terminology is a little rusty here. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. That went way pinker than I thought it would once I applied it. Wow, I'm loving these multi-chromes in here. Wow, super pretty. Okay, I would have known it by looking at it that had so much pink in it. Liking that. In fact, I might take a little bit of it and put it right here in the center. Wow, it comes through almost as fuchsia, even though it's like white in the pan. That's a very, very special shade, you guys. Very, very special. That's this one right here. I would not have known that it was gonna pull that pink on the eye. Love, love, love. Okay, let me grab a smaller brush. This is a Rougher 13. I'm gonna go into this dark brown right here. It is very much a cool tone brown. It's called Imhotep. And I'm just gonna use that to kind of deepen up that lash line and bring it up just a little bit higher into the crease. Not covering up all that gray, but just kind of richening it up a little bit here. Wow, super fast, super easy. Loving the results of this palette so far. Loving them. Why did I wait so long? Why did I wait so long to use it and film it with you guys? Smudge of some kind on my hand or my nose. That happens. I'm gonna take a little bit of a liner here. This one's from About Face as well. I've used this recently, and it's not really a liner. It's a shadow stick, but I love a big chubby stick to do liner because it doesn't give you too harsh of a line. It's almost like it comes out smudged a little bit, and I don't like it. I don't like super harsh lines. And because I have close set hooded eyes, I don't do a lot of winged eyeliner. It just gets lost. This is a nice creamy formula, this shadow stick. Okay, liking that so far. I need to grab a little bit of a shade here to go. My husband just come in. I need to grab a little bit of the shade here to smudge on the bottom, and I'm torn because I kind of want to do this purple now. You know what, I'm gonna take a little bit of this purple on the tip of this brush, and let's just see what that looks like underneath here. Because I wasn't planning on doing purple, but that shimmer ended up bleeding so pink fuchsia that why not do something a little bit more fun. Sometimes with purples it can make your eyes look very bloodshot, so you gotta be careful with that, but I think this is going pretty well. Okay, so far so good. I'm really liking that. I think I'm gonna go a little bit more with this dark gray that I started with, Horus. And I'm just gonna kind of smudge that into this lower lash line too. Give a little bit more depth to the outer corner and connect it with that shadow up above. Now, as long as my eyes don't start watering, we'll be in good shape. Let me put some mascara on and I'll be right back. Okay guys, back with some mascara. Face powder. Today I use the Too Faced Born This Way powder. I'm gonna put a little bit more of this About Face setting spray on in my modified delivery system. And that's it for today's makeup. I am thrilled with this Amunet palette. I love it. They did not send this to me. They don't know that I'm doing this video. This is my first impression. Did I literally swatch my forehead? Where's that sponge at? I think I swatched my forehead. I do need to wash my hair, so probably a good reminder. Revisiting a couple other products that I've been trying out recently, plus this palette, and I am super excited. I cannot wait to get into some of these other shades in here. Did I just drop something? Oh, rubber band. I can't wait to get into some of these other shades here. So I used this one today. I used this. Is that all of them? That's all the ones I used today. So I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 more shimmers to try out. This other matte down here. I'm super excited. This is gonna be a great regular palette, but like fancy. I like fancy. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go clean my hands up a little bit. I've got swatches and stuff like that before I put on my blazer and get out of the house. But I hope you guys are doing really well. I hope you guys consider sticking around. Click the little subscribe button, ring the bell, get notified. It's free to do so, and it helps me a little bit know what kind of content you guys are interested. You guys like these first impressions. If you want to come back and do 3 looks with this, I'd be thrilled to. Just leave me a comment down below and say, yeah, Shell, we want to see 3 looks of this palette because we're on the fence. We're trying to decide if we want to buy it or not. Let me know if that's something that you guys are interested in. And again, remind me if there is another Adept Cosmetics palette that you like or that you were interested in that you think I should try. I'm happy to do so too. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing really well, and until my next video, bye for now.